Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat across from a woman? She's smiling, nodding, sipping her overpriced cappuccino, and deep down, you feel something is off. You don't know what it is. Her words say one thing, but her eyes, her silence, they're playing jazz in a minor key. Now here's the kicker. According to a 2021 psychological study published in Personality and Individual Differences, women are twice as likely as men to mask their vulnerability in early stages of intimacy, not lie, mask, cloak it, dress it up in sarcasm, ambition, busyness, even flirtation. And here's the real twist. What they hide isn't their strength, it's their weaknesses, because those weaknesses, those soft spots, are where real power lies, but only for the man perceptive enough to see it. You want to be that man good, but you won't get there with locker room advice or pop psychology memes. You'll need something deeper, sharper, like a scalpel, not a sword. So let's cut in sign 1, she competes with you, but not to win. You're sitting on the couch tossing casual trivia at each other like popcorn. She fires back with answers, teases your guesses, calls you out when you pretend to know something you clearly don't. She's smart, quick, and damn competitive, but this isn't about trivia. When a woman genuinely loves you, she'll spar with you not to win, but to connect, to feel the spark. It's a love language most men misread. They think she's challenging them, testing their ego, when really she's saying, I trust you enough to play. Because real connection isn't about constant peace. It's about healthy tension, a tugafoir of ideas of energy. If she's throwing punches made of sarcasm and banter and smiling when you punch back, that's intimacy in disguise, the twist. If you get defensive, she'll pull back. She'll read you as insecure. She's not trying to undermine you. She's trying to see if your confidence is real, if you can dance in the fire without flinching. Love isn't fragile, and neither is she. She's not looking for a man who folds at friction. She wants one who enjoys the friction, one who can disagree with grace and laugh while doing it. So next time she competes with you over something silly, lean in, match her fire. Let the sparks fly, because underneath every mock argument she's asking, can I be fully myself here, and will you still stay? Sign 2, she notices what you don't say. You're sipping bad coffee eyes on your phone, pretending everything's fine. She's buttering toast, not saying much. Then suddenly you seemed a little off when your brother texted, everything okay? Pause. You didn't even mention your brother. This is one of those hidden female weaknesses that isn't weakness at all. It's her radar, her sixth sense. And when she's in love, it gets scary, accurate. She sees the shift in your tone, the silence between your words, the wrinkle between your eyebrows when something's bothering you, and not just sees it, feels it like an emotional lie detector. But here's the kicker. She won't always say something, she won't pry. She might just go quiet or start asking strange, indirect questions. And if she loves you deeply, this will drive her crazy. Because you're hurting and she knows it, but you're giving her nothing. Why? Because most men are taught to bottle, to fix, to muscle through. But when a woman loves you, your silence isn't stoic. It's painful to her. She's not trying to invade. She's trying to share the weight. When you open up even a little, she doesn't see weakness. She sees trust. It's not about dumping your feelings. It's about letting her into the locked room. You rarely open because once she's in, she'll protect that space like a vault. And if you don't, she'll stop asking. Not because she stopped caring, but because she learned you'd rather walk alone. Sign 3, she gets quiet around what matters most. You ask her what she wants from you. And for the first time all night, she doesn't have a quick answer. She looks down, says something vague, changes the subject. You think she's unsure, wrong. She's terrified because when a woman really loves you, not lust love, the soul level kind, she doesn't come at it loud. She comes at it trembling. She overthinks her texts, rehearses what to say, plays it cool even when her heart is screaming. It's the opposite of what movies taught you. If she's gushing about how much she wants you from day one, that's fantasy. But if she pauses, gets careful, fumbles, her words, that's the truth, sneaking out quietly, fearfully, honestly. Why? Because love for her is not safe. It's been used against her before, weaponized, mocked, left on red. So when it returns, it's not loud, it's cautious. And when she's finally vulnerable enough to show it, she's not asking you to fix it or label it. She's asking you to hold it without jokes, without fear, without rushing to reassure her that everything's okay. Just hold it and her silence will say the rest. Sign 4, she asks you small, seemingly stupid questions. She asks if you like red or blue. She asks if you prefer tea or coffee. If you've ever cried during a movie, if you like thunderstorms, you think, why does this matter? It matters more than you know when a woman loves you. She collects data the way an artist collects colours, not because she's trying to control you, but because she's painting a future, one brushstroke at a time. Your preferences are her palette. It's subtle, unassuming, but deeply intimate. She's learning how to comfort you, surprise, you're not just the big things, your dreams, goals, scars, but the mundane, weird human things. Because love lives in the details, and yes, it's a little irrational, a little obsessive. That's the beauty of it. It's why she remembers your go-to sandwich order, why she notices when you switch cologne, why she lights a candle that reminds her of your car. To you, these are crumbs. To her, it's connection. If you want to love her back, don't just answer the questions. Ask your own sign. 5. She gets jealous of things you'd never expect. A girl from work touches your arm just for a second. You don't even notice, but she sees it, feels it. Later, she's quiet, not angry, not insecure, just unsettled. You think she's being dramatic. She's not, because when a woman loves you, jealousy doesn't come from threats, it comes from loss, from the idea that someone else might see what she sees and take it before she can say how much it means. But here's the twist. Her jealousy doesn't just show up for other women. Sometimes it's your job, your ambition, your detachment, your late nights, your silence, anything that takes you away. This kind of jealousy isn't loud or possessive. It's subtle, internal. But if you pay attention, you'll see it in her eyes, in the way she hesitates in the pause before she says, "It's fine, it's not about control, it's about fear." And love always comes with a little fear. So what do? You see it, you name it. You make it safe for her to feel it. Because if you wait too long, that quiet jealousy turns into distance. And then it's not about who she loses you to. It's about when sign 6, she starts mirroring you without realizing it. You reach for a book. She reaches for the same one. You both laugh. You say something in your signature dry humor. 3 days later, she uses the same tone with her friend. She didn't plan, it didn't rehearse it, but it's there. Your rhythms, your cadences, little pieces of you slipping into her. This isn't imitation, it's attachment. When a woman loves you, she starts sinking. Psychologists call it empathic mirroring, ancient survival trick dressed in modern lipstick. She begins to reflect the things that feel emotionally safe to her. And if that's you, congratulations. She's blending your identity into hers slowly, subtly. This is not weakness in the traditional sense. It's vulnerability camouflaged as connection. A woman in love is both curator and chameleon. She absorbs what she respects. But here's the twist. If she's mirroring your worst habits, your stress, your coldness, your distance, don't blame her. Check the mirror. This weakness isn't about her. It's about the feedback loop you've created together. Love has memory echo. If you see your soul in hers, sharpen it, because she's using your reflection to define her next version, and she doesn't even know she's doing it. Sign 7, she over-apologizes, even when she's not wrong. You're both walking to the car. She bumps into you while laughing, says, "Sorry." You forget your keys. She says, "Sorry." You tell her you're tired. She says, "Sorry." You pause. Why is she always apologizing? Because love for her sometimes whispers, "Don't be too much, don't rock the boat, don't ruin it, don't repeat the past." She's not apologizing for what she did. She's apologizing for existing in a way that might scare you off somewhere. In her story, she learned that affection has a ceiling and approval is fragile, so she tries to shrink bend fit into the mold. You won't break her over. Apologies are not about guilt. They're about preservation, a survival mechanism dressed as politeness. And it's heartbreaking once you see it for what it is. So what do? You tell her she doesn't need to apologize for being human. You let her take up space. You make safety a habit, not a performance, because when she stops apologizing, you'll know she finally believes she can stay. Sign 8, she gets irritated by your flaws, then defends them. You make a joke that falls flat. She rolls her eyes, says, "You always do that." 2 hours later, someone else makes fun of the same thing. Her tone changes. Now she's defending you like a lion. Why the contradiction? Because love lives in paradox. When a woman loves you, she sees your flaws up close, closer than anyone else. And sometimes they bother her because they make her feel powerless, vulnerable, exposed. But the second someone else criticizes you, that's when the difference between annoyance and protection reveals itself. Her irritation isn't rejection, it's intimacy. A side effect of letting you in so deep, you affect her chemistry, but if someone else tries to call it out, that's when her love shows its claws. That's when you realize she doesn't want to fix you. She wants to understand why you are the way you are and hopes you'll do the same for her. So don't panic when she nitpicks, panic when she stops caring enough to notice sign 9. She remembers your offhand comments and makes them real. You once mentioned you missed the smell of your mum's pancakes. You barely remember saying it. Maybe it was in passing, maybe it was a half-asleep mumble. Weeks later you come home, she's burning pancakes, laughing, covered in flour. You ask why, she shrugs. Thought it would make you smile. This is one of the most powerful weaknesses a woman reveals when she's in love. She listens to your whispers and turns them into gestures. Big ones, small ones, doesn't matter. She'll remember your childhood snack, your favourite movie scene, the story you told once about the treehouse you never finished. She'll carry it in her heart like treasure and quietly, without fanfare, give it back to you. Not because she has to, but because love for her is an act of creation. It's memory turned into meaning. So when you see her doing something sweet, random, unnecessary, don't brush it off. She's not trying to impress you. She's trying to honour you. Sign 10, she lets you see her without the armour. The mascara is off. The filters are gone. Her voice is softer. Her laugh is quieter. She's not trying to be clever or charming. She's just there, human, flawed, alive, and she lets you see it. No performance, no script, just raw footage for most of the world she wears. The armour, the curated smile, the practiced confidence, the social camouflage women master so early. They forget they're even wearing it. But with you, she starts to slip out of it. Not all at once, not dramatically, just piece by piece. Her secrets, her fears, her unspoken grief. The father that left the friend that betrayed her the moment she realized the world doesn't always give back what you give it. She shows you the cracks, and in doing so, she's asking one question silently between the syllables. Will you love me anyway? See, most people think vulnerability is about tears, but it's not. It's about risking exposure, letting someone walk through your inner hallway without cleaning up first, without hiding the boxes labelled handle with care when a woman does this, when she lets you into her unguarded hours, the messy, moody, sacred parts. It's not weakness, it's the bravest thing she'll ever do. And if you look close enough, you'll notice something else. She's watching your reaction. Not your words, your eyes, because she doesn't need you to fix it. She just needs to know her mess won't make you walk away. So if she trusts you enough to collapse even for a second, don't tell her to be strong. Tell her she already is, and you see it, all of it, before you go. If this hits somewhere deep, if it made you rethink her glances, her silences, her strange little moments of magic, then you're exactly who this channel was made for. Here, we don't do surface level, we break it down, we slow it down, we decode love, pain, power, one truth at a time. So if you're into that, subscribe, not just to keep watching, but to start seeing. Because once you learn how to read between the lines, you'll never look at her or yourself the same way again.